The 16th of October 2017, 9:48 a.m. The Honda Civic has always been a more interesting choice for buyers in the Focus-sized family hatchback segment. This completely new version is the 10th generation model and has 40 years of heritage to build upon. There's a more spacious, dynamic-looking body, stronger standards of safety and media connectivity, and, perhaps most importantly, two completely fresh petrol engines. It all sounds quite promising. Cars like the Honda Civic were always closest to the heart of company founder Soichiro Honda. Back in the 1960s, when the best the motor industry could offer a small family was something like a lumbering Morris Oxford, it was he who pioneered the idea of a compact fuel and space-efficient family car with a high-tech air-cooled flat-4 1300cc engine. It was this sort of thinking that led to the launch of the original Civic in 1972, a model series that over the next 40 years would go on to sell over 20 million cars around the world, over 650,000 of them in the UK. Throughout those decades, there have been so many reasons why people like us have wanted to like this car: its unique styling, its wonderfully slick gearbox, its sporty engines, its clever magic seating practicality, and its unique driver-centric dash. But then came the if-onlys. If only the ride, refinement, cabin quality and running costs had been better. If only the lifeless power steering hadn't disguised the responsive handling. If only the pricing had been a bit more competitive. You can't afford if-onlys the way the Focus Glass segment is at present, and Honda knew it had to do better. Apparently it has done with this much improved MK10 model. Top of Honda's to-do list in developing this 10th generation Civic was to sort out the petrol side of the engine range. The 1.4 and 1.8-liter IV-Tech units offered with the previous 9th generation model were an embarrassing distance away from the class standard in terms of efficiency, but that's all changed now. Instead, with this MK10 model, there's an entry-level 3-cylinder 1.0-liter VTEC turbo unit with 129 PS and a larger 4-cylinder 1.5-liter VTEC turbo power plant with 182 PS. Both have more power and torque than the old engines could offer and come with the choice of either 6-speed manual or CVT automatic transmission. Despite all this effort, the majority of Civic customers will continue to want a diesel. Unfortunately, it seems there wasn't any time or development budget left to do anything in this regard, so this latest generation model continues on with the previous version's 120 PS 1.6 IDTEC unit, which fortunately continues to be a strong contender in this segment. As for handling, this is claimed to be the most agile and dynamically proficient Civic ever. Support for that claim comes in the form of all-new suspension, a lower center of gravity and a boost in body rigidity. Ride comfort has been improved too. There's a sleek and swept-back shape this time around, with larger, wider wheels emphasizing a lower set, sportier stance. And the sharp lines are complemented by the most comprehensive aerodynamic packing in the segment, including complete underbody paneling. More importantly, this MK10 model Civic is bigger than before, in hatchback form, 30 mm wider and 130 mm longer than its predecessor. All of this sits on a more advanced unibody platform that Honda says is 16 kilograms lighter and 52% stiffer than before. Inside, the previously rather confusing cabin has been completely redesigned with higher quality materials and a simpler, more sophisticated design theme that includes a new digital instrument binnacle. At the top of the center console, there's a 7-inch Honda Connect 2-color touchscreen display. The driving position is lower and buyers should certainly notice the extra cabin space facilitated by the larger body. Passengers on the rear seat get 95 mm more legroom as well as 45 mm more knee clearance. Out back, luggage space remains class-leading, with 478 liters on offer in the hatch version. Plus there's a hidden underfloor compartment on most models that offers a further secure storage area. To begin with, buyers are being offered only the 5-door hatch body style and a choice of two petrol engines, the 1.0-liter 129 PS VTEC turbo and the 1.5-liter 182 PS VTEC turbo. Pricing for the 1.0-liter model starts at just over £18,000 for the entry-level variant, and beyond that, there's a choice of, say, Senior, X and X with Tech Pack options. There's also the £1,400 option of CVT auto transmission. For the 182 PS variant, you're looking at around £22,500 as a starting point for the base Sport variant, and beyond that, the 1.5-liter lineup progresses through Sport Plus and Prestige derivatives. The Japanese approach to continuous improvement characterizes every aspect of this 10th generation Civic. The sharpened handling is welcome and the extra space useful. More important though, is the news that Honda has finally got its house in order when it comes to petrol power. The 1.0 and 1.5 light VTEC turbo units looking good enough to go up against the class best. A lot of boxes have been ticked then, yet it's clear that Honda has also worked hard to maintain this car's more characterful approach in this segment. Add in British build quality, a great driving position and strong standards of safety and media connectivity and you've got a potentially very appealing package.